is chapter 6. We're on lesson number 3 already. And it is on how to mentally add 10 or 100. Now yesterday we talked about how we can mentally add 100. When I say the word mentally, that's kind of a big word. What does mentally mean? Does anybody know from yesterday? Remember? Brooklyn?
I forgot.
I'm using some cues here. Kinsley?
That.
What does this mean?
I'm thinking. You're thinking. Right? I don't know.
Tyson, what does mentally mean? Tyson said he knows the answer. What does mentally mean, Tyson? Riley and Abby, are you looking up here and participating? Carson, are you? What does mentally mean, Elliot?
You're thinking your head.
In your head. So when we are going to mentally add, we're not going to have to do it on paper. We could just do it in our head. So if Mrs. Murphy says, what is 800 plus 100, do it in your head without doing it on paper. What is it, guys?
900.
900! You just did that in your head because you did 8 plus 1 is 9, and then you added your 2 zeros for 100. All right, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to see if you can mentally do it in your head. What is 500 plus 200? Everybody?
700.
Good job. What is 300 plus 400?
500.
Oh, one more time. What is it?
700.
700, because 3 plus 4 is 7. And add your zero. 700. What is 600 plus 300?
900.
900. Awesome. Okay, one more. What is 500 plus 200?
700. We did that one.
So, did we already do that one? Sorry. So what you just did was you were adding hundreds mentally. And we did that yesterday on our paper. But we didn't really practice it doing it in our head. Now today, we're going to practice adding the tens. And some of you did that yesterday on your IXL skill. So our essential question for today and for this chapter is how can I add 3
Digit numbers.
digit numbers? And yesterday when we added hundreds, those are all 3-digit numbers because you have a 1, a 10, and a 100. That's 3 digits. Okay, now you can get out your paper, and your name should be on the top.
I know the answer already. Talking about this one.
Now, we have a couple of buses here. And we are going to model using base 10 blocks. Now, I know you don't have blocks, but we're going to draw them because it's really good to draw so that you understand the blocks and then it's on your paper. So, we are going to start with 126 students are waiting in line for the yellow bus. So, I would like you to put up here 126. So write the number 126. Okay, Mrs. Murphy's getting hers. Just give me a minute. And actually, why don't I do this? Because we have 2 separate problems. Okay, here's the yellow bus. We're going to have 126 students are waiting. So 1, 2, 6. Now, by this number, can you draw with base 10 blocks 100, which is a flat, 2 sticks, and then 6 little cubes? Okay, that's how many kids are waiting. Put that away and get writing and drawing, please. So I'm going to add 100 more.
I know this answer.
So by my 100, just wait, Tyson, I'm going to add a big flat. Okay, so I have 126. And then I'm going to add 100 more. So Tyson, if I add 100 more, how many kids are waiting for the yellow bus?
226.
How did you know that?
Because it's 100 and you plus 100 and then there's 26.
Good. So
So
Tyson
it's
said there's a 100 and a 100. So there's each 100 flat.
So the
So
200.
he added the 1 plus the 1 is the 2. And then there's just zeros here. So if there's just zeros there, then you just take this number over here, which is left.
It's put it in the
26,
200.
And then put it right behind there.
Ooh.
So 220. Oh, no, and 226.
That was easy. Don't clear it. Please don't.
Nope, I will clear it. I'll give you a minute.
Because the end would be a big fat dot.
That's right. Okay, so make sure you have that drawn out because I wanted to show you the base 10 blocks.
100. I can't stop saying that.
I know it's hard. It's
Come on
hard.
to the next page.
Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're done and you're ready to go on, and then you're ready for me to move it up and clear it. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I see. John, I don't see your thumb. Okay, perfect. Now, this bus worked on adding hundreds. We just add 100. This next bus is not going to do 100, but it's going to do a 10. So as you can see, the number that changed in this one was the hundreds. So let's try this green bus. All right. Now on this green bus, it says, oh, I'm sorry, Brooklyn. Rain, could you go, since Rain is next to her, Rain, would you kind of just go back there and help her? Person is right up front, and half the time he's not paying attention. So. Okay, now on this next one, it says there are 126 students waiting for the green bus. So again, let's write 126 down here. So 126. Now I'm going to draw my blocks. I have a big flat, which is 100. I have 2 sticks, which are 10, 20. And then I have 6 little cubes for the ones. So I have 126.
One.
126.
That's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing because you said the 100. Because the 100 is for the green bus.
Yep, it's the same number, isn't it?
What? It's 110 actually.
Now, the top bus, there are also 126 students waiting, and this one they have 126. But now this bus, something's different.
10.
We only have 10 more students that are waiting to get on the green bus. So if I only have 10 more, I'm just going to add.
So it'd be 136.
I'm going to add a 10. And Mrs. Murphy knows if I add a 10, that's only a stick. So, Addie, if you have 126 and you add a stick, how many children are waiting for the bus?
136.
Good. So Addie realized that we still just have 100. She realized we have to change the tens because I have 2 tens plus another 10 is 3 tens. And then there's 6 ones left over, so I gotta put that 6 there. So when you're adding tens, the only number that changes is your tens number.
136.
When when you're adding hundreds, the only number that's changing is your hundreds number. Good. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you have this one done. Oh, and I forgot. Can you write it on the green bus too? 136.
Miss Murphy, it kind of seems like they're helpful and tell you nothing.
Well, they're probably telling you stuff that Mrs. Murphy's already told you, huh? Hopefully. Okay, thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, I think everybody's ready. Let's go on to the next page, please. The guided practice.
Can I do the guided practice on my own?
Now,
Guided practice can be
now some of you might think this is easy and that's wonderful, but then there's some of you that might not. And I always do the guided practice with you, whether you understand it or not. That way I can make sure that you're understanding it 100%.
Oh, I know this stuff.
All right, so on guided practice, it says to add 10 or 100, you need to think of addition facts you know. Mentally add 100. So look here, 215 plus 10. I know, here's my hint, that 2 plus 1 is 3. And then I just add my 15 going down.
Oh, yeah.
To mentally add 10, if I have 250 and I add 10, I know that 5 plus 1 is 6. So when I add going down, it'll be 260. Go ahead and trace those two numbers.
That was easy. We knew this.
Okay, now I'm going to draw sticks because I think you guys understand this pretty well. To come up here. Now I'm going to try to get the kids that did not have a chance yesterday. You guys are still in here. If you had a chance yesterday, you're in the bucket already. Okay? All right. Thanks, Lewis. Is it okay if I use yours first just because you're a little closer? All right. So the first one, 450 plus 100. Let's see if Riley can come up and do this problem.
I didn't think
And you guys can do it at your desk. Just make sure that yours matches Riley's. Do you want the pen ready? Okay. So add going down.
Just
Good. 550. Is that what you guys got?
Yeah, that's easy.
550.
Okay, number
It
2.
is not 550. It's 500.
That's, thank you, Tyson. Go clip up for catching Mrs. Murphy's saying and. All right, Rain. 630 plus 10.
And Miss Murphy, you gotta put a 0 to carry it.
We're not hearing on this one. No hearing. Good. Thank you for squeezing that in there. So Rain is right. 640. Now, can I guys have you guys do this? I see you guys are adding from the left to the right. Do we ever go that direction? Always go at the ones and go to the tens and then hundreds. Okay? All right, number 3. 801 plus 100. Wyatt. Let's see if Wyatt can get this right. Wyatt, start the ones when you add, please. Thank you. Good job. You're going to go now.
901.
And half your time is going to be split with Libby.
901.
And then Brooklyn's time is going to be split with you. Okay? So, Ingrid, after you get done, Libby's going to go up. Good job. 901.
Your iPad's on.
Okay, number 4.
Noah.
115 plus 10. Okay, so is everything okay?
Yep.
Okay. 115 plus 10. How about Raylan? Raylan, let's see if you can do this one.
4. Am I still in there?
Miss Murphy, the pen's right behind you.
I was just wondering where the pen went. Thanks, Wyatt.
It's magnetic. I can stick to your desk.
Good job. Raylan said 125. Because 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, number 5. 500 plus 10. How 10. She is right. Good job, Kinsley. Are you guys playing like hide the pen on Mrs. Murphy?
Yeah.
All right. There's 3 people left, and Carson and I just counted 6. There's 19 sticks, and how many of you are there?
19.
19.
Wait, there's 3 more left too.
And there's 3 problems left. Arya said this is perfect. This is going to end perfectly. All right, so number 6 is going to be Kaden. It's hiding. I see that. 237 plus 100. Good job, Kaden. 337. All right, number 7. Now, on 7 and 8, what do you notice about the problem, these 2 problems? What do you notice about them, Kaden?
Left, left.
They're right to left. They're horizontal. They're not going up and down. So you're going to have to add your 1s, then your 10s, then your 100s. Let's see if this person, Brooklyn, can come up and do number 7. 372 plus 100. So you're only changing the 100, Brooklyn. The 100's going from 300 to... Look at this one again. It's not quite right. It's close, but not quite. Good. Brooklyn wrote 427. Uh-oh.
Yes, I knew it.
And right. All right. Number 8. 75. 755 plus 10. Let's see if my last person, Aria.
No, that's what would be whatever.
All right. Some of you are going to get tricked on this one, so let's see. Aria, there's no hundreds, so your hundreds, no hundreds being added, so it's going to stay 700. And now you're adding 50 and 10. So 5 plus 1 more would be 6. And then you leave your ones number, which is a 5. So 765.
But that's right.
Hey guys, I have a question. What if you can't do it horizontally? Because I know Arian is having a little trouble. Is it okay to write it going up and down?
Yeah.
So let's say on the independent practice, there's a few problems like this, and I can't do it like this. My brain just can't think that way. Let me move for a second. I can write over here 755, and I can add 10. Would that be easier to do? So, if you need to write it going vertically up and down, you can do that. You can do that. Okay? All right. Now, let's go on to the back page. And like we always do, we're going to do the problem solving. You can cross off the brain builder.
We're not supposed to be doing that one.
That's independent practice. We'll do that in a minute.
Yeah, we were on the 4, and now we're doing, that's the 6. That's the 6. See?
366.
Yeah, we were doing 64.
Yep, but we're skipping 365. We're going to 366.
We're always going to cross the window.
Okay, cross off the brain builders.
Yay!
All right. All right, let's see if you guys can solve this problem. 440 birds are in the park. 100 more birds fly into the park. How many birds are in the park now? So, what is our question asking us? What do we want to find out, Ellie? Good. So Ellie says we need to add them together because we need to find out how many birds are in the park. So we're going to add. So let's put 448 And you can write it going down, or you can write it going across. And we're going to add 100. And Mrs. Murphy is going to show you the two ways you could write it.
Horizontally?
So I wrote it vertically, up and down, or horizontally, left to right.
I already know this.
So whatever you can do better with your brain, that is great. Corla, what do you think I should do when I add them? Do you want to come up here, Corla? So Corla's going to add down, going down. 8 plus 0 is? You start at the ones, please. Good. 4 plus 0 is 4. And 4 plus 1 is? 5.
I knew that.
548. Good job.
I had my down the whole time.
Good. How many of you, give me a thumbs up if you had that as your answer before Mrs. Murphy even got done with it. That means you guys are understanding this. Awesome.
I'm done with the second one.
All right.
Me too. I put it on the wrong line.
All right. Everybody right now, I will read the second one, and I want to see if you guys as a group can come up with the answer all together and all right. Okay? Let me read it. A mail carrier, like a mailman, delivered 352 packages last month. She delivered 10 more packages last week. How many packages did she deliver in all?
That's easy.
Oh, no. All right, on the count of 3, we're not going to shout it, but you're going to say what you think the answer is or the sum. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
362.
You guys are awesome. 362.
That was so easy. I did it right back. Bro, I can already see it. You got it wrong. Bro. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are rock stars. Now, I think you're all are understanding this. I want you to flip it back to the independent practice. And this is what you're going to do on your own. Now, there is 1, 2, and 3 that might trick you. And the reason why I say they might trick you is they flip something around. Now the top I know you can add going down. But look at the bottom. On the bottom, you're adding going across. So like 392 plus what equals 492?
That's gonna be hard.
So you gotta figure that out. Look what is changing. Is the tens changing or the hundreds? So your answer is gonna maybe be 100, it might be a 10. However, that's a good question, I don't know. Is it, there's iPad right on top, right there. Is that by chance yours?
Oh yeah, I put mine on my system.
Okay. Now, I think you guys can do 18, 19, and 20. No, I should say 18, 19 might be the hard one. Because I don't know what this add-in is, and I'm adding 10 to it, I'm getting 825. So how do I figure that out? Kinsley?
You just put the 8 there, and then put, and then make the 2 1.
Yes, you got it! I didn't think you would. So we're going to keep the 8 the same, but we're adding 10. So Kinsley says we have to go from a 2 down to a 1. You got it.
Miss Murphy, you yelled and that made me laugh.
Did I scare you guys? I was excited.
Yes!
She got it. This is hard. And then what happens with your 1?
It's just a 5.
It's just a 5. So 815 plus 10 equals 825. Then I want you to stop and think. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. If it makes sense, you're right. So Mrs. Murphy's going to do this one with you. I'll circle the ones you're going to do on your own. 18 you're going to do by yourself. 20 you're going to do by yourself. 21 you can do by yourself.
No.
22 we're going to do together. All right. I have a number.
824.
I'm going to add 100, and I'm going to get 823. So what number do I add to 100 to get 823? Look, I need to change this 100 number.
To 9.
No, I'm not going to go up.
7.
Down.
I'm going to go down to what, guys?
7.
So 700, and then I leave it 23.
23.
So 723 plus 100 equals 823. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, I will do number 23 with you, but number 24 you're going to do on your own. All right, here's number 23. I have a number, and I'm going to add 10 to it. I'm going to get 846. So I know my 100 is going to stay the same. It's going to be 8. But my 10 has to change. So, Addie, what do you think?
306.
Yes, it's going to go down to a 3 and then a 6. So 836 plus 10 equals 846.
Miss Becky, you know what I get on number 20? I don't get that one.
Try your best. I want you to try your best. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Okay, now a hint on number 18, 20, 21, or 24. Here's your hint. You're either writing a 10, I should say your answer. Your answer is a 10, or it's going to be a 100. Because it would make sense to say 101 plus 1 equals 111. No, your answer is either a 10 or a 100. So if you write like 336 there, I know that's wrong. Because this is either a 10 or it's a 100. You look to see which digit is changing. Is it the hundredths digit